friends, MD Vegan. Once a week I drink only juices or other liquids. That means food where the fiber is removed, liquids, without the fiber. The fiber makes digestion work. It is not digestible, so it cleanses the intestines, and there are some digestible parts in the fiber, actually very helpful for health. They produce some very important nutrients for our systems, but that's why in general whole food is more healthy. One more reason than just juices, you know, when you have taken a very important part of the food away. But on the fasting day, once a week, I turn off my digestion. That means no fiber, and the energy from the juices goes directly into the system. And I feel very light and happy, and the cleansing begins very strongly. The body can use all the energy from the food, that is juice, for its own purposes, for cleansing, healing, and also for creativity. Once a basic level of cleansing is reached, you have to go levels. Yeah? And that is according to Ayurveda, where I just have heard my first lectures online with Yogini Kaliji and a very great Ayurvedic doctor, Dr. Sheila Chokshi. She's a medical doctor that turned into Ayurveda research and teaches Ayurveda. And it's wonderful for our Triyoga school that is there now, Ayurveda. And she talked about these levels. You know, the body has certain levels according to Indian ancient health science, Ayurveda, that have to be worked through until the end. Yeah. To get to the last level, you have to first go to the first levels, 7 levels you talked about. Very interesting, and there's something like that. Cleansing is the first level for me, and the last level is then creativity, so to say. First you have a basic cleansing done, and then the creativity gets boosted. That's very interesting to me. But the 7-level teaching from Ayurveda is very interesting to me. I didn't know that before, but it's also, I can relate to that in my fasting experiences. First the gross level, yeah, the cleansing, and then more and more refined into the spiritual things, yeah, creativity and so. So yeah, I do always know new juices on these fasting days once a week. And today I have beet carrot juice. That's a classic, and I have the carrot classic juice. That is the first juice here I use to combine and make a new recipe. It's a carrot and apple juice. Here I have 5 or 6 carrots, you see, and here a pound of apples or so, 2 or 3 cups, 3 cups or 4 cups, and that makes a very delicious classical carrot juice. Yeah, carrot and apples. That's all you need to make a delicious juice. You want to begin juicing, you can begin with carrots and apples. That's wonderful, easy and tasty and super healthy. Carrots are wonderful to juice. Get a lot of juice out of it, very easy to juice. And the next juice a little bit more difficult, because beets is not easy to juice. Yeah, they have a very earth flavor like carrots, but they also have some bitterness in there, scratching the throat and so. And to avoid that, to make it delicious, you need to know something. This here is a pear, and the pear does magic to the red beet. The beets are very, very healthy. They boost your endurance. If I want to make a workout and 2 hours before I drink beet juice or eat beets, I can work out longer. It scientifically proven improves your endurance. So beet is wonderful because the red color in the beet helps also the iron, helps taking oxygen into the blood, and there are many more nitrates in the beets. Do some of that. That's very, very interesting, but very complicated medical research, biology, and so. Just for me, it's important. If I drink a beet juice, I get strength, power. That's very nice. And even more so than with carrots. But carrots are also very powerful to me, more fresh and light. So I have 2 juices here to begin, and that is the beet and pear juice and the carrot apple juice. These are 2. Yeah? And then I refine this juice. I put celery stalks in there. I have 2 celery stalks, And recently I have used this a lot. Yeah, just a small amount of celery stalks. They have such a salty earth flavor, like or metal flavor. I don't know how to express it. It's a very specific celery flavor, and it can, in a small amount, it can really add a little smoky tone. Yeah, a smoky tone to the other flavors wherever I use it now. Celery is very well known in the kitchen, in the cooking, but usually it's used as a seasoning. Yeah? For example, you make a broth, vegetable broth, you put a little bit celery in there, and then you have this wonderful additional flavor. A little bit salty, a little bit umami, like an onion. Different, but very characteristic. It is in every broth. Celery is a must for that reason. Not only the stalk, also the root. Yeah. So that is the addition today. I'm going to try with carrot juice and with beet juice, the celery addition. And to enhance all that, I take a lemon and a ginger. I have a large lemon here, peeled, and a 3-inch maybe of ginger, 2 or 3 inches, yeah, for a lot of juice. I have about 4 pounds or so of produce, about 4 pounds. I see how much juice I will get out of that. It's interesting to know. And a lot of juice, I can use a lot of lemon and ginger. Lemon and ginger are just a seasoning, are just a little bit, not a seasoning directly, it's more like underscoring the flavors that are already in the other ingredients. The lemon and the ginger, to me, is sometimes I like to use it as an enhancer for the other flavors. Adds more heat to the thing. Yeah, the ginger and the sour flavor enhances the sugary flavors by contrasting in the beets and the pears and the apples and the carrots. So the sour element makes the sweet elements in the other ingredients much more tangible. Yeah. So that's why lemon also enhances these flavors. So that's more enhancement than a seasoning. Seasoning is here more the celery. So, and one little thing, I have some peel of the lemon. You see, I have the peel. I cut off the peel. I peeled it. I have these little pulp pieces here, and I will try to use a little bit of the peel in the juice. I found out that you can use, in some recipes, you can use a little bit of peel, not too much. In others, you can use more. Always depends on the other ingredients you have. If you have green ingredients that are very bitter in a recipe, just in general, I cannot take too much of the lemon peel. I found, because the very potent flavors, the etheric oils in the peel are super healthy, but very intense in the flavor. So you can use a little bit, have a big effect, both in flavor and health. Most of the important nutrients in citrus fruit are in the outside of the peel, but you can't eat that much. But you don't need. There is a strong effect with very little here. The etheric oils that I can evaporate. Etheric oils are very important as they are in nature, and a little bit goes a long way here. So I have to check out how much lemon peel I can use. I found that if I use a little bit too much lemon peel, yeah, the first juice I drink might taste well. Yeah, I like the juice, I taste the peel, and I say, okay, that's nice. But then I put the juice away and drink it a day later maybe. Sometimes I do that, I save some juice, and then the peel gets very bitter. So you have to be careful. If you use the peel, maybe you don't taste it fully in the first moment. Take some time for the peel to get through. The etheric oils, they come out and they can turn bitter and very unpleasant. So it can ruin the whole flavor of the juice. So be very careful with the peel, is my advice. But a little bit can be very nice as a seasoning. Yeah. So I will begin now, and then I'll let you know what happens. I will taste the flavor in front of you, and then I come back. See you in a moment. So what I see now is I have almost 2 liter juice. See, one container here is almost a liter, so a little bit less than 2 liter. And I also juiced this trester once again. This was through the juicer twice because it depends always on the vegetables or the fruit you have. But sometimes you can juice the trester once again. and can have a considerable amount more juice, because some of the juice remains in the trester. So when you juice it again, you can get that out. You can try. It depends on your juicer. You can only do that with these masticating juicers, with these slow juicers. With the fast juice, you can't do that. But with these, that's possible. Yeah, it's an advantage. So now I will try. I mix the juices because you have two different batches, you see, and I have to mix it. I didn't taste it yet. I tasted in between a little bit, but before I mixed it, so I don't know exactly know what the final taste is. But I found out I could use all the lemon to peel. I've used all of it, and even a little bit more of celery stalk. So the juices were so nice, so gentle, with lots of pears and apples and carrots. That makes it sweet. So I could use a little bit more of the strong flavors of the peel and of even of the ginger and of the celery. But that is always up to you. You have a basic, I go with a basic recipe, 2 stalks. Celery, it's a common use for a liter of juice. And if I make a little bit more, I can add a stalk or so. But I don't want to have too much in the beginning, because then I cannot change it again. Yeah. It's too complicated, because if I have a little bit too much of, for example, lemon or these strong flavors of peel, I have to make a lot more juice, with apples and carrots and the gentle parts to get it right again. But the other way around is easier. You begin with a small amount of the strong flavors. Eventually you add a little bit. That's up to you. Now I will taste it. I'm very excited. It's a wonderful juice already, but to know what it really tastes like after the mixing of the 2 batches, that's of course exciting. Oh yeah, wonderful, really nice. The very strong flavor, of course. The beet juice always strong. You have the carrot here. I can taste that clearly. It's there. The earth flavor of the carrot is there. The pear is there. The sweetness of the pear. The apple is there. The sweet sour. It is all there, and the lemon is there. Not too much. Yeah, you can easily bring too much lemon into a juice. I would be careful with that too. Can't be too sour, otherwise you won't taste lemon. Yeah, all the flavors should be balanced. Now, none of the flavors should be in the foreground. That's usually a good recipe. Is usually that where the flavors are balanced. You have all the flavors in the same amount, so they mix up to a new flavor. If the lemon is predominant here, then it tastes like lemon, and that's not nice. So I got it pretty nice here. I got it pretty good here. Also the celery is nice here. The ginger and the lemon peel all make it just exactly right. Yeah, and you find out your own feeling, your own touch. Here now. That's what it looks like. You see the runny juice, not too creamy, and that's depends very much on the produce. Yeah, especially beet can be a little bit thicker. Carrots usually are runny juice. It's easy to juice. Yeah, if you have ingredients that are firm and crunchy, it is easier to have a runny juice. A pear, for example, or a mango, if they're very ripe, you can juice it and get a very thick and creamy juice. That is also nice, but it's good to know it, because some people, for example, don't like a creamy juice, and sometimes you want to have a more creamy effect, balancing with a more runny. The apple, for example, usually is runnier. Carrot is runnier. Beet can be runny, but if the beet is a little older, a little bit dried out from storing too long, something that happens, and then the beet juice also gets a little bit thicker. And these kind of things are interesting. No, you want to juice. So basically it's an easy recipe with 2 classic, wonderful classic and clear flavors. I know my beet pear juice very well. I know my carrot apple juice very well. Wonderful flavors, easy, clear flavors. Yeah, and I combine them to get a new flavor. That is exciting, and then I add the celery here. So that makes it a complex juice with 3 different, so to say, main parts, plus the enhancing with lemon and ginger. That's how I make my recipe. Basically, I begin with a small number of ingredients. Carrot, apple juice, for example, 2 or 3 ingredients with lemon or ginger. Either way, it's different. And then I combine these flavors, the basic flavors. And that's very exciting. And yeah, in the end, I have recipes with a high number of ingredients, but I really know what's in there. I can taste it, I can source it back. My mind works like that. Yeah, you have experience, you know something, so you analyze it and you understand it, and then you know what's in it. And that's pretty much it's pretty important, I guess, for nice cooking. Yeah, if you're a chef, for example, especially, and you know what's inside it, transparency of the process. Who would like to eat something and doesn't know what in it? You know, it begins with. I think transparency is a very important feature for beauty. What is beauty? What is good? Yeah, it has to be transparent. You have to understand. You have to know it. You have to feel it. You have to be aware. Yeah, let's say in general terms. Doesn't need to be always analyzed, but awareness is also independent of analysis. Awareness can be just all comprising. A holistic view can be just pure awareness of something. You don't have to analyze something, so it is not necessary always to use the reason, the analysis, to have awareness of something, to know something very well, to feel it, to know exactly what it is. You don't need to analyze it, but analyze can be a systematic way to approach this kind of awareness, this high intuitive state. It's a very common thing. Everybody knows it, but that's how the beauty here. The interesting, the beauty, or it can be in flavor. A good flavor is also a kind of beauty. Yeah? Beauty in flavors, let's say, or color or so. This aesthetical moment, the good flavor, the nice, great flavor, what you like to taste, has also something to do with transparency. So to know, to feel what's inside it. But at the same time, you can create beauty by concealing it a little bit. Yeah? For example, if there are so many ingredients, they are just even, yeah? So you have no clue what's in it. You just have an idea. You have you know, there's just something. You almost know it. Yeah. So this kind of almost knowing it, but you can't really say it. This is also can be very exciting. So that's a play with this kind of concealing, with kind of transparency. But of course, it can turn into the other direction if you don't know what's in it and you have no idea, it doesn't taste well, and or so, yeah. But in general, this is an important thing, and it makes it very exciting to put recipes together. For me, that's only one additional thought here: the transparency and the beauty of the flavor and so on. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. I do my juice fasting day once a week, and it is a very easy way because you have these wonderful juices and you have great nutrients. They go directly into the system. You can be creative, you can purify yourself, you can self-reflect, energy is there, and it grows more and more deep. It goes deeper and deeper the longer you do it. I'm doing it for many years now, once a week. It's very easy. I have no problems with health also because it's once a week only. Yeah? You can just don't need to eat every day. But if you do it longer, you might want to see a doctor. But for once a week, I guess there's no problem with this kind of fasting. I think all the other kind of fasting have a little bit of health issues here, as far as the research shows it. Even the intermittent fasting can be a little bit problematic, but there is science about it. You should look it up. The easiest way to meet gentle juice fasting, once a week, from evening to evening, and then you have the next night, of course, because you don't eat at night, can go up to 30 hours or more fasting time. And that pretty much, if you do that every week, nothing is more effective on the long term, I would say. And nothing is easier also on the long term for many people. So that's my take on it. If you want to subscribe to Tree Yoga Moon Fasting on Facebook, there is a page where some of us now show juice recipes. I do that every week there. Facebook, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You find recipes from juice every week, and you also have fasting time for the best fasting days. But in general, I would say it doesn't matter the day. Main point is that it is a one day. Yeah, that's more important than the exact day. But special days have a more effect. But it has to be important that it fits into the schedule. And if you force yourself to something, then you destroy the effect. So it has to be flowing, fitting in the schedule, in your life, daily life rhythms, not interfering with other things you have to do or you want to do. So that's good to plan ahead a little bit. And then you can also subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. And I make a new recipe every single day. Yeah? So that's nice if you have that. If you want to have that, you're very welcome on Facebook, MD Vegan, YouTube, MD Vegan, and Facebook. MD Vegan is on Facebook, and Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. I hope to find you wherever you like. See you soon.